Hello, welcome back. Welcome to your daily update for Donald Trump for July 27th, 2025. First up, foreign policy has been a major focus in Trump's recent activities. He's positioned himself as a deal maker on the world stage, emphasizing ceasefires and trade negotiations. In a series of posts on July 26, Trump detailed his effort to mediate the ongoing conflict between Cambodia and Thailand. He described a phone call with the Prime Minister of Cambodia, urging an immediate ceasefire and peace talks. Trump noted that the U.S. is currently negotiating trade deals with both nations, but won't proceed until the fighting stops. He compared the situation to the India Pakistan conflict, which he claims he helped resolve in the past. Shortly after, he updated followers on a follow up call with Thailand's acting prime minister, reporting that both sides are eager for a ceasefire and to return to the trading table. Trump expressed optimism, saying, "Ceasefire, peace, and prosperity seems to be a natural. We will see soon." He later confirmed another conversation with Cambodia, honoring the discussions and looking forward to finalizing trade agreements once peace is achieved. Let's switch over to make sure that we have his posts here. Shifting to Europe and Russia, Trump announced a landmark trade deal with the European Union in a video post highlighting what he called a major win for American interests. This came alongside breaking news reports of a 15% tariff across the board for the US, which Trump reposted from conservative outlets. On the Ukraine front, he issued a strong ultimatum to Vladimir Putin: end the war or face stiff international sanctions on Russia's oil exports. Trump shared this via a reposted article, underscoring his push for a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. These posts paint a picture of Trump actively engaging in diplomacy, using U.S. leverage in trade and sanctions to promote global stability. Moving to domestic issues, Trump touched on homelessness and law enforcement. In one post, he reposted an article advocating for bringing back insane asylums through an executive order to address the homelessness epidemic in American cities. The piece argues that constant fear in urban areas is eroding quality of life, and Trump seemed to endorse this approach by sharing it with his audience. He also highlighted FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino's statement about ongoing investigations into public corruption and the weaponization of law enforcement. Bongino wrote that what he uncovered has shocked me to the core, in quotes, promising a commitment to truth and dignity in these probes. Trump reposted this, adding emphasis to Bongino's words about not running a republic through corruption. Trump didn't shy away from criticizing his political opponent and the media. In a fiery rant, he accused Democrats of illegal payments for endorsements during the previous election cycle. He claimed the party paid $11 million to Beyoncé, who he said never sang, and left to a booing audience. $3 million in expenses to Oprah, $600,000 to Al Sharpton, and more, all improperly recorded. Trump argued that paying for endorsements is totally illegal and called for prosecutions of Kamala Harris and others involved, saying, "Thank you for your attention to this matter." He extended his attacks to major networks, calling NBC concasts and claiming their viewership is down 28% due to poor programming and management, labeling them an arm of the Democratic Party. He suggested their licenses should be revoked. Similarly, he targeted ABC as fake news, insisting networks can't act as political pawns and should face accountability. On a lighter note, Trump shared several posts celebrating golf and personal achievements. He quoted legendary golfer Gary Player, praising Trump Turnberry as one of the top five courses in his 73-year career, posting this twice. Once as text and once as video. He also urged Republicans to play to win and clear the 135, which appears to reference some internal party goal or strategy accompanied by an image. Throughout these updates, Trump interspersed memes and images and videos to engage his followers. For instance, he shared a viral meme on July 26, though details weren't specified in the repost. Another video proclaimed "the best is yet to come," a rallying cry often used in his campaigns. He also reposted news about the Epstein documents released, noting that GOP votes against it were misleading due to Democratic tactics. And in a positive poll update, he shared data showing Democrats at their worst voter approval rating in 35 years. Sorry, he shared data showing Democrats at their worst voter approval rating in 35 years, suggesting a potential Republican advantage in upcoming midterms. Wrapping up, Trump's Truth Social feed this week reflects a president's deeply involved in both international and domestic affairs, while keeping up his signature style of direct, unfiltered commentary from brokering peace in Southeast Asia to slamming media outlets and celebrating golf legends. These posts offer insight into his priorities 6 months into his term. Whether you agree with his views or not, they continue to spark debate and drive the national conversation. That's our summary for tonight. What do you think about these posts? And before we go, let's go have a quick look around these. So here's the post about Turnberry, without a question, is the top 5 greatest golf courses I've played in my 73 years. We've mentioned this twice, so we'll start here. Here's the post. He talked about Kamala Harris. I'm looking at large amount of money owed by the Democrats after the presidential election, and the fact that they admit to paying, probably illegally, $11 million to singer Beyoncé. So there's that post. What else do we have here? Wow, Comcast's NBC viewership is down 28%. This is very Two Witnesses like, mocking. I'm imagining, Elijah when he's pouring water on his pile of logs for a sacrifice, while the prophets of Baal are cutting themselves. The way he mocks the prophets, the way he mocks the fake news. All right, networks aren't allowed to be political pawns for the Democratic Party. We touched on that. We might listen to this for a little bit here. So this is one of his last posts, a video. This is him negotiating the trade deals. All right, so let's go down and listen to Mark Levin a little bit. This is interesting.
Over 8 years ago, when I was doing my radio show on that Thursday night, as I was preparing, I started to pull news articles together, website reports together, and I started to see a pattern that there was an effort by the Obama regime during the Trump campaign in 2016 and subsequently during the Trump transition and during his early presidency to interfere with the campaign and then to destroy his presidency. I broke it first on radio, then with Pete Hegseth the following Sunday. I guess that's March 5th or 6th, 2017. And it was a big story. The media attacked me. The media denied it all, but I used all their reports. And so I want to give you the context of this evening as we get into it and what Tulsi Gabbard has done, which is very, very important. And you're hearing people say, well, we already knew all this. We didn't know all of it. Or they're out there saying, what's the big deal? There's not a crime. We have immunity. They're not exactly right about that. So stick with us. It's a full program. We're going to take it from beginning to end. Check it out. Again, this is March 5th, I believe it is.
All right, we're not going to watch this whole video. It's only 12 minutes, but we don't want these videos to go very long. We want these to be just updates on what the Two Witnesses are doing. And you can see this is where we're going, is you wondered why things got so bad during COVID. And around that time, well, we're going to start seeing some prosecutions. We're going to start seeing this evidence come to light and seeing hopefully some justice take place, which is exactly what I would expect from the Two Witnesses. And I imagine it's going to irritate and torment a lot of people, which again is some of the attributes of the Two Witnesses. Thank you very much for joining me for this update tonight. Make sure to hit that like button, comment below, and visit us again tomorrow to see what's going on with updates with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Take care.